Hello and welcome to Jobs and Education. Do subscribe and share my videos. This is your Mahesh Dole. In this module, I would like to give you some important questions on thermodynamics for ESET examination of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh states. Let's get started. The first question reads, energy has different forms which includes. So here four options given: heat, work, and both of them and none of the above. So energy has different forms. So what are the different forms of energy from these given options? So the correct answer is both heat and work are the forms of energy. Second question reads, what is the unit of energy? So the options are kilogram, joules, Newton, watt. The correct answer is joule. Joule is the SI unit of energy. Let's say as energy is defined via work, the SI unit of energy is the same as the unit of work. So that is joule. Next question reads, by first law of thermodynamics. So according to thermodynamics, which of the following option is correct? So Q equals to delta E minus W, Q equals to delta E plus W, Q equals to minus delta E minus W, Q equals to minus delta E plus W. So its answer is B, that is Q equals to delta E plus W. Q equals to heat transfer, E is nothing but internal energy, W is nothing but work done. So we know that Q minus W equals to delta E, that is nothing but non-flow energy equation. So this is a non-flow energy equation. Q minus W equals to delta U. So delta U is also same like delta E. So its units are kilo joules. Q is the heat transfer to the system. Work is the work done by the system. And delta U is the change in internal energy. Left side this cylinder piston we can understand. So heat is going inside and the work happening at the piston. So internal energy indicated with delta U. We can see here system and surroundings. So this is what non-flow energy equation. Q minus W equals to delta U. Next question reads, energy is a. What is meant by energy? So as per the given options, it is a point function, it is a property of the system, it is an extensive property, and all of the above. Hence the correct answer is all of the above. Means energy is a point function, energy is a property of the system, and energy is a extensive property. Moving on to the next question, a perpetual motion machine of first kind PMM1 means what? It is a fictitious machine. It can supply mechanical work without dissipating energy, and it violates first law of thermodynamics and all of the above. Hence the correct answer is all of the above, means it is a fictitious machine and it can supply mechanical work without dissipating energy, and it violates first law of thermodynamics. Let's see, this is a PMM1. Perpetual motion machine 1 is a device that violates first law of thermodynamics. First law of thermodynamics states that energy cannot be created or destroyed. So a perpetual motion machine 1 violates the law by creating energy. It means all processes in universe comply with the first and second law of thermodynamics. So therefore PMM1 does not and can never exist. So it is not possible. Moving on to the next question, the limitation of the first law is. There are some limitations are there in first law of thermodynamics. So which one is the correct out of these given options? So the limitation of the first law is A option, that is it does not indicate the possibility of a spontaneous process proceeding in a definite direction. So it does not indicate that direction. So that is nothing but limitation of the first law of thermodynamics. So here some of the limitations of the first law. So it does not tell us about the direction, and it does not tell about the final temperature of two bodies when they are in direct contact. So it does not tell about the entropy of the system. So these are the three limitations of the first law of thermodynamics. Moving on to the next question, zeroth law of thermodynamics. So the options are deals with conversion of mass and energy, and B option is deals with the reversibility and irreversibility of the process. C option is states that if two systems are both in equilibrium with the third system, they are in thermal equilibrium with each other. So D option is deals with the heat engines. The correct answer for the zeroth law of thermodynamics is C option, that is, it states that if two systems are both in equilibrium with a third system, they are in thermal equilibrium with each other. So we can understand looking at this figure. So A equals to B, B equals to C, C equals to A, like this. So zeroth law of thermodynamics states that if two bodies are each in thermal equilibrium with some third body, so then they are also in equilibrium with each other. This is called as zeroth law of thermodynamics. Moving on to the next question. Superheated vapor behaves like. Superheated vapor behaves like. So exactly as gas, as a steam, as ordinary vapor, approximately as a gas. Hence the correct answer is approximately as a gas. So superheated vapor behaves like approximately as a gas. Moving on to the next question. The zeroth law of thermodynamics leads to the concept of. So the options are temperature, internal energy, work done, and pressure. So zeroth law of thermodynamics leads to the concept of temperature because of thermal equilibrium. It is nothing but temperature only. Moving on to the next question. The sum of internal energy and the term PV is called. So it means U plus PV. It is nothing but specific energy or specific enthalpy or specific entropy or total energy. So the correct answer is specific enthalpy. It means enthalpy is nothing but U plus PV. H is denoted as enthalpy. So these are the some of the important questions of thermodynamics. In the next modules, I am going to provide you very important and more number of questions on thermodynamics and other subjects of mechanical engineering also. Thank you for watching this video. Do subscribe and share my videos. This is your Mahesh Dole.